What's good, y'all? Rafa Sarria, live from the quarantine in San Francisco. Whew, yeah, it's been a stressful night for many reasons. So I want to thank y'all who made it for everything's going on in the city right now, all over the United States. So, sure, I just want to thank y'all for being here. Obviously, these are some tense times right now in the U.S. and across the world, but especially in the U.S. right now. Like there's a serious protest, uprising that's going on right now. Like we're at a pivotal time. And I'm gonna start this off, y'all, with a song by the late great Peter Tosh. One of of all the Jamaica, one of the most revolutionary voices to this day, just the popular music. So yeah, for the millionth time, thank y'all for being here, and I hope y'all staying safe, and I hope y'all staying loud, hope y'all staying active, and yeah, this is now more than ever. It's a time when we need some music and some positivity, y'all. Si se puede, my people rise, yeah. Everyone is crying out for peace. None is crying out for justice. Everyone is crying out for peace. None is crying out for justice. But there will be no peace till everybody gets equal rights and justice. Oh, my people, equal rights and justice. I said equal rights and justice. Yeah, equal rights and justice. Everyone wants to go up to heaven. Don't nobody wanna die. Everyone wants to go up to heaven. I say none of them want to die. But I don't want no peace till everybody gets equal rights and justice. I say equal rights and justice. I say we need it. Equal rights and justice. Give me equal rights and justice. Everyone's talking about crime, but tell me who the real criminals. Everyone is talking about crime. We know who the real criminals. 'Cause there will be no peace till everybody gets equal rights and justice for every person. Equal rights and justice in Minneapolis. I said that equal rights and justice. I mean in Oakland, equal rights. In Washington, D.C., equal rights. In San Francisco, say equal rights. In Palestine, say equal rights. Todo el mundo, todo el mundo, todo el mundo. Yeah, muchísimas gracias. Yeah, once again, I feel like now is the time more important than ever to keep playing music, to keep making our voices heard. Like, as y'all know, I got banned from going live on Facebook for talking against fascist groups, which actually is really ironic considering the head of Facebook just said like, oh, I won't censor Trump's lies and saying like Joe Scarborough murdered somebody and all that because we're not the arbiters of truth. But they'll shut down progressive voices. Anyone that says anything anti-fascist, Black Lives Matter, any progressive who's pro-Palestine, we're getting shut off the platform. So I mean, who knows? I might be totally shut up on this platform in a matter of time. So we might go to YouTube, we might go somewhere else, but we're gonna keep this going. So I want to dedicate this next song to everybody out there right now all the people out there protesting, all the people rising up. And yeah, like Martin Luther King said, a riot is the language of the unheard. And see, the thing is, they want us to go back to peacefully protesting, to just marching, so they can go back to ignoring us. You know, every Sunday, Kaepernick was out there on his knees saying, I'm peacefully protesting to stop the police murder and public executions of black and brown people. And nothing happened. So, I mean, obviously, we don't want to lose our businesses. But the thing is, the point of a protest is to upset the status quo. That's what we need to do, y'all. So I'm just saying, keep struggling and keep speaking truth, protect each other, look after each other, and careful, because we have this occupying military force, y'all, and they will break every rule, every law of common decency. So get your back and look after your brothers and sisters. So this is a song I played for the Rivertown Revival Festival. And I know I just played it, but I think I wrote the song a little bit ago, and I think it's really appropriate what's going on now. So thank y'all for listening to me right now. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, this is about keeping our voices up, staying positive, staying revolutionary, and staying active and staying engaged, and not backing down. Sometimes I drift and I dream down these cold concrete roads. Sometimes I get the feeling, Lord, that it's too late, that we've gone too far. Still that nighttime sky is howling a warning in case 1,000 torn nations are bleeding a question. But the hunger gets vicious, young mothers stay crying. How many more people have to die? But I see this new day dawning, but we all gotta stand our ground. And I know that we all are struggling, but what do we got to lose? It's time that we all choose another way. What joy we see. So, oh Batala, hear my cry, and rest in peace to my brother Jacob. Sometimes, Lord, I swear now that I can't live no more. I've seen a young girl sell her skin in her memories. I've seen war without end since the dawn of creation. I've tasted 10,000 tears in a plague without warning. How many more buildings have to burn? And I see this new day dawning, 'cause we gotta stand our ground. And I know that we all are suffering, so what do we got to lose? It's time that we all choose another way. What joy we see, what joy we see. I see this new day dawning, but you gotta stand your ground. And I know that we all are struggling, but we gotta stand our ground. How many more people have to die? And how many more people have to die? Don't we see? Can't breathe. Lord, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I see this new day dawning. You gotta stand your ground. And I know that we all are struggling. So what do we got to lose? It's time that we all choose another way. Salud, y'all. Muchísimas gracias, muchísimas gracias. Yeah, and I want to dedicate that song to George Floyd. But I want to clear up one confusion here. Like, what's going on right now in the streets in this country is not just because of George Floyd. It's also because of Oscar Grant. It's also because of Alex Nieto. It's also because of Sandra Bland. It's also Amica Perez Lopez. It's also because of Mario Woods. I could go on and on. It's also because of Trayvon Martin. It's also because of Felo Castillo. It's also because of Ahmaud Arbery. Like, it's been going on for hundreds of years. And we reached a tipping point. This is not about one cop. It's not about one murder. This is about this entire system and what it's built upon. It needs a complete tear down and build up needs to happen right now, man. So to all y'all, just much love to all y'all. I know these are dark times. There's so much going on. But stay there. Stay strong, y'all. Stay strong. We got to come together right now. They're going to try to divide us more than ever, so we got to stay together, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm going to try to do something a little bit more upbeat. I apologize if I'm being like really heavy and aggressive, but we're in a heavy and aggressive time right now. So, all right, I'm going to keep it moving, keep it moving. Hold on. Let me see who's here real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been in my zone right now. What's up, Carrie? Stella. Muchísimas gracias for being here, y'all. And of course, Miguel, mi primo, always here, man. Mad love for you. Macy, holy shit, Macy! What's up, Tejas en la casa, cabrones? Juan Carrion, Matt Gower. Damn, we all here right now. Shoot, man. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. I really, really appreciate it. All right, so I'm gonna do a cumbia. It's time to mix it up a little bit. It's funny, when I wrote this song, the chorus is, ya no volverá ese viejo tiempo. And I was saying just more like always, think for the future and always like be positive, don't dwell in the past, and just, be in the present moment. But also what this song's talking about now is that people want things, I want things to go back to normal, like normal wasn't working. Normal's what got us here. And not just COVID, not just this protest, like, and we gotta evolve, man. It's time to evolve. Ooh, yeah, come on! Si se puede! Ay, ya no volverán esos viejos tiempos. Siempre adelante, ya no volverán esos viejos tiempos. Y todos somos uno, ¿quién nos puede separar? Y todos somos uno, ¿quién nos puede separar? Negativity in my community, we need more unity. That's why my people speak of positivity. See me wanting in a vision and decision. I got you wishing my decision of reading vision. My whole social system is the bond. We need fire move with the rhythm flow, with the passion, with this composition, rise of energy. Good Samosa, completamente loco, Latino, respect come spirit, San Francisco. Come on, but come on. Live from the quarantine, know what I mean? With the straight through a triple beam, yeah. Come on. Ya no volverán ese viejo tiempo. Ya dicen así. Se puede, sí, sí, se puede, sí. Se puede, sí, sí, se puede, sí. Se puede, sí, sí, se puede, sí. Se puede, sí, sí, se puede. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Para ti. Vámonos, después la misma sonrisa, esa la manga, la sensación. Junto de mi corazón, mi collar colombiano. Con mi pelo oscuro, orgulloso, peligroso y bailando que hay otro sangre latino. El mundo está cambiando, no tiempo para racismo ni tu imperialismo. Raza resiste, mi sangre existe. El mundo sin fronteras, sin banderas. Yo me cuidé, Dios me cuidé. Llama, ya me cuidé. Ocho, me cuidé. Ya no volverán esos viejos tiempos. Ya no volverán esos viejos tiempos. Y todos somos uno. Y no pueden separar. Y todos somos uno. No pueden separar, y todos somos uno, y no pueden separar, y todos somos uno, y no pueden separar. But San Francisco, just this morning, London Breed announced a full lockdown. That all businesses have to be closed at 8 o'clock. No one could be out after 8 o'clock until 5 a.m. And it's kind of funny because they wouldn't do like any of these kind of precautions to stop COVID, but they'll do it to stop people protesting murderous cops. So that's San Francisco in a nutshell right there, full of contradictions. Actually, is there any requests from anybody out there? Anything that y'all want to hear? Denny, ¿cómo estás? Familia Unida. Eso. Nick. Oh man, what's up? We got Australia en la casa. We got Texas, we got Australia, we got Colombia. Eso. No, I mean, I thank you all for being here once again. And Tara, you've been here like almost every week. Jacksonville represent, man. How is it in Florida right now? Like, let me know. Like, is there protests out there too? The truth is I have not been keeping up, you know? And I talked to my mom, and she just like, I'm at home making paella, and that's it. So I don't really know what's happening out there, y'all, but I'm gonna keep this going, keep it going. Let's see. All right, you know what? I'm gonna just keep with the protest music, because that's kind of vibe I'm in. This is the first reggae song I ever wrote. It's called Birth of a Nation. And I called it that intentionally because of that horrible, sickening movie. I'm not sure you ever seen it. It's called Birth of a Nation. It's one of the first motion pictures that come from the United States with, you know, special effects and all that. And it was streamed in the White House, and it was the #1 movie, and it's still worshipped to this day. And if you see it, it's literally about the rise of the KKK killing innocent black folks who were all evil animals. And literally, this is like lauded as the birth of the United States and all that. And it's so appropriate because they're actually pulling the sheet off themselves. I mean, like, this is what this country's all about. This is what this flag represents. This is what this history really means. So I call this song Birth of a Nation, so we can all be honest and be clear. This didn't start with Trump. This didn't start with what happened in New York and in Minneapolis. This has been going on since day one. Since the birth of this country, stolen from an Indio hand. Since the birth of this country, mi gente you never understand. Since the birth of this country, genocide and slavery. Since the birth of this country, I cannot find a way to be free. Remember that, when you write in your history book. Remember that, Remember that when you're writing that history book. I know for certain, yes, I know it right now. The youth will see the day that Donald Trump falls. Cause all these fascist strangers keep injustice from us. Cause every little day when I'm fighting for some truth. For the youth. For some truth. Since the birth of this country, you tried to steal my culture and grace. Since the birth of this country, I think history's a disgrace. Since the birth of this country, 10% live like they could. The other 90%, we got to fight for nearly everything. Whoa, oh, oh, remember that, remember that. When you're writing that history book, remember that, remember that. When you're writing that history book, cause I know for certain, Lord, I know it right now. The youth will see the day that Babylon fall down. Cause all these greedy strangers keep injustice from us. Cause every single day, Lord, I'm fighting. Every single day, Lord, I'm searching. Every day I'm resisting. Every single day I'm just existing. Say every single day, Lord, I'm fighting. Every single day, Lord, I'm searching. Say every single day, Lord, I'm living, yeah. Every single day, Lord, I'm living, yeah. Yeah. Lord, cause this is corporation domination in my current situation. Out of my emancipation from your broken proclamation. All you want is assimilation for this racist nation. I got my inspiration kicking in with my contemplation. You want me to sit back, conform and please you. But when in Rome, I rage against Caesar with my style that's so wild in this rhyme. So let's otra vez. Para mi gente, para mi gente, para mi gente, para mi gente. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Babylon burning, Babylon burning, Babylon burning. They have no water. Stand up and fight them. Stand up and fight them. Stand up and fight your fight and win your freedom. Babylon burning, Babylon burning, Babylon burning. They have no water. Stand up and fight them. Stand up and fight them. Stand up and fight your fights and win my freedom. Win your freedom. Win your freedom. Win your freedom. Illegal, tell me who's illegal. Not long ago, California was from Mexico. Illegal, tell me who's illegal. Not long ago, California was from Mexico. Before it was stolen. Before it was stolen. Before it was stolen from los Mexicanos. Remember that, remember that. When you're writing your history book. Remember that, remember that. When you're writing your history book. I know for certain, yes, I know it right now. The youth will see the day that Donald Trump falls. The youth will see the day that Babylon falls down. The youth will see the day that ICE falls. Oh, so the youth will see the day this occupation falls. Alright, for the millionth time, thank you all for being here. I know some of y'all would like to be out there right now, but there's this lockdown. And the truth is, like, I had a bunch of my friends who were down on Market Street, a bunch of like mi familia, mi comunidad was out there in the protests. And they said that the police were coming out in straight military riot gear. So a lot of them said like, yeah, we're not going to be here after 8 o'clock because... So the truth is, at this moment, I don't even really know what's happening in San Francisco. I'm about to check in with all my homies. Or if any of y'all are tuning in, just let me know what's happening. And yeah, and also, so I gotta change the subject a little bit right here. So I'm filming from 773 Cabrillo. This is the culinary and healing center here. And Miss Jessica discovered this place about 8 years ago. And we've been having events here, we've been having concerts, we've been having private parties. There's been a lot has happened in this space. This is it's a sacred space, y'all. And like, in my lifetime and all my memories of San Francisco, this is one of those places that's been like a hub for culture. Remember, y'all, we organized during the primaries for Bernie Thone. We all got together, we broke bread, we talked about politics. And so I just want to, hold space for the space and everybody who's been here with us. And I'm talking about Nick, I'm talking about Jenny Brannigan, Arturo Mendez, Monica, all of y'all, like, Obensky, Gabrielle, Rachel Trocano. I mean, there's too many lists. Suganti, even my brother had his birthday party here, He was, Michelle. So yeah, I just want to say, like, yeah, I'm going to, carry this phone around in a second to show you. I mean, it's not a very big space, but, in San Francisco, you learn to work with, the couple inches you're given, because that's all you get, And that's actually not just talking about, physical spaces at all. So, salud, y'all. Se me pri cabrillo. Yeah, which reminds me, salud. Next week, I will be live streaming from Radio HABANA. It's another institution of the mission of San Francisco. And fortunately, it's still around. They're holding on, so I'm going to start to live streams from there to bring people attention to there and hopefully get some resources there and get you all supporting them in any way you can. Speaking of support in any way you can see my Venmo and my PayPal are here in the comments. And I'm just a musician trying to survive, trying to thrive, trying to keep this movement going. So if y'all know, y'all might be broke too, shoot. But if you have anything to spare, I would really appreciate any support that you can give, y'all. And also, I'm going to start doing a thing where, if there's a specific song that you want, I will just sit down and record, whatever tune you want and do it professionally, add some stuff, and then send it to you. So maybe it's kind of like the Patreon to me, I'm not sure, but something's going to happen.
Nací en San Francisco, vivía con mi abuelo. Nací en San Francisco, vivía con mi abuelo. Y perdí mi abuelito, su consejo también mi casa. Perdí mi abuelito, su consejo también mi casa. Aquí en la misión, la lucha sigue. Aquí en la misión, la lucha sigue. Aquí en San Francisco, la lucha sigue. Aquí en la misión, la lucha sigue. ¡Ay, que huepa, huepa! ¡Ay, que huepa, huepa, huepa! Estoy rodeado de caras extrañas. Estoy rodeado de caras extrañas. Mis vecinos me dejaron y no sé dónde fueron. Mis vecinos me dejaron y no sé dónde fueron. Aquí en la misión, la lucha sigue. Aquí en el barrio, en la misión, la lucha sigue. Aquí en San Francisco, la lucha sigue. Aquí en la misión, ¿dónde está mi gente? ¿Dónde está mi gente? ¿Dónde está mi gente? ¿Dónde está mi gente? Café Kokomo, Elbow Room, Café Munot, Paradise Lounge en la Nicaragua. Y ahora los ladrones quitaron ese lugar. Ahora los ladrones se robaron ese lugar. Ahora los ladrones se quitaron este lugar. Ahora los ladrones. Aquí en la misión, la lucha sigue. Aquí en la misión, la lucha sigue. Aquí la misión, lucha sigue. En San Francisco queremos paz. En Oakland queremos paz. Pero más queremos justicia, igualdad, igualdad, igualdad. Yeah.
When this place, you know, we knew like this guy had to give it up. And we thought, yeah, well, at least we'll have like one big party. And like all of those folks who've been here and all the different events with us, we'll all get together, we'll eat a bunch of food, have crazy wine. And then we realized, as it happened during this pandemic times, that that's just not possible. So I really appreciate all y'all being here. So like, at least virtually, like I can see what's going on here and I can imagine the room filled with y'all right now. And in a way, we're still staying connected, man. That's the most important part. Yeah, don't let the fear, don't let the division, and don't let all that propaganda bring you down, y'all. Like, we're coming up, we're rising up. We're tearing the sheet off of this veil of illusion of what this whole U.S. has been about. And it's time to rise up, you know? And I'm happy I can do it all with all of y'all in this strange, bizarre, virtual circumstances. So, I love you. Let's keep this music going. So I want to do a song by the Wailers, which the Wailers is Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Boniwela. And this is a song that they wrote back in the 70s, and it's just as appropriate now. And I'm going to do it as a cumbia instead of a reggae, because I want to. And it's my show.
This morning I woke up in a curfew. Oh God, I was a prisoner too. Did not recognize the faces standing over me, all dressed in uniforms of brutality. How many rivers do we have to cross before we can talk to the boss? All that we got, we have lost. We must already pay the cost. That's why we're gonna be burning and looting tonight. Burning and looting tonight. We're gonna burn all illusion tonight. We'll burn all confusion tonight. Food and let me grow. Let the roots man take the door now. But all them drugs gonna make you slow now. It's not the music from the ghetto. That's why we're gonna be weeping and wailing tonight. Weeping and wailing tonight. Burning and looting tonight. Burning and looting tonight. The average black male spends a third of his life in a jail cell, cause the world is controlled by the white male. And the people don't ever get justice, and the women don't ever get respected, and the jobs don't ever pay enough, so the rents always be late. Can you relate? We're living in a police state. We're living in a police state. Oh, this morning I woke up in a curfew. Oh God, I was recognize the faces standing over me. Oh, dressed in uniforms of brutality. Ah, how many rivers do we have to cross before we can talk to the boss? Drop all that we got, we have lost. Yeah, you know why? 'Cause we already paid the cost. I said we burning and looting tonight. Burning and looting tonight. Burning on pollution tonight. Burning on illusion tonight. I said weeping and wailing tonight. We weeping and wailing tonight. Weeping and wailing tonight. Weeping and wailing. Weeping and wailing. So many gone too soon. No more hashtags, y'all. No more hashtags now.
Like, that's one thing I love about these live streams is that, you know, I'll be going through my day, I'll be stressed out, I'll be feeling isolated, I'm in this room by myself, and then I push record and start singing, and then I see like names and pictures and voices pop up for people that I haven't seen like in a long time. So, no, it's muchísimas gracias for all y'all being here, and for all y'all who, you know, I mean, obviously now we're connecting through this online thing, and obviously for me, I like memes and stuff, but it's becoming more and more intense and aggressive, and who knows before I get kicked off all of these platforms for the shit I talk. But it's thank you for all y'all for backing me up, and you know, and just connecting and being able to flesh out ideas as all of us collectively together. That's the one good thing about this social media thing, even though it's being flipped right now, that we can actually connect, and we got to make a battle plan, y'all. We're in the middle of an uprising, a rebellion, a revolution. That's what's going on. I can't overstate that enough. So we got to make some plans and prepare. We've all seen history, y'all. This is a very young, short social experiment, and it's a failed experiment. So we have to step up or step off, you know? As you all know, I love Mexico. Me encanta Mexico. And one of the reasons I love the music of Mexico, there's so many different kinds and so many different flavors, but the rancheras is like, for me, it's like the opera of North and Central America. It's so powerful. And even if they just talk about love and loss, they're talking about more than just love. You know, they're talking more about loss. So I want to dedicate this song to everybody who's lost somebody to police brutality. Or actually not just police brutality, all the ways that they've looted our lives. You know, through cutting off our health care, for like stifling our wages, for putting all this money into military law enforcement, at the same time cutting social services. See, that's the dichotomy of what's going on. And this COVID is just even more clear. People are hungry, people are starving, people are broke, people can't afford rent, people are dying. And what do? They pour trillions into police militarization, trillions into the stock market. And then we say, hey, we just need some health care. Nah. Nurses are like, hey, we need some ventilators, we need some masks, we need basic rubber gloves. You're like, nah, because that's not the priority. So, hold it. Este amor apasionado anda todo emborrotado por volver. Voy a camino a la locura y aunque todo me tortura, sé que nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero me llegó el momento de perder. Tú tenías mucha razón
me muero por volver. Y volver, volver, volver a tus brazos otra vez. Llegaré hasta donde estés, yo sé perder, quiero volver, volver, volver. ¡Ay! ¡Que viva México, cabrones! Nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero llegó el momento de perder. Le hago caso al corazón y me muero por volver. Y volver, volver, volver a tus brazos otra vez. Llegaré hasta donde estés, yo sé perder, quiero volver, volver. Volver. ¡Que viva México! ¡Salud! Yeah, sorry, I keep trying to just get back to music, and I'm like, and one more thing about the government! So, thank y'all for bearing with me. Welcome to what it's like inside my brain 24 hours a day. I'm like, hey, that's a nice song, that's a cool bass line. Reminds me of that person. Like, so yeah, sorry, y'all. Amy! What's up? Oh, actually, no, I gotta do another shout out. So, there's this amazing, prolific songwriter, musician, human, communicator, marsupial named Amy Obensky, and every Sunday morning she does Coffee with Amy, and it's phenomenal. Like guitar, keys, beatboxing, loop stations, requests, folk songs, and she like takes any song that she touches, she converts it and makes it the specific Obensky sound and timbre and flavor and vibe, which is all of her own. So look up Amy Obensky, Coffee with Amy, every Sunday morning, and it's like I always watch it like a day after because I work every Sunday morning. But it's great. Like we literally, like, me and my girl would just sit in bed, literally like drinking coffee, just like all, she's amazing. So look her up. Gabrielle, what's up, girl? I'm sorry you can't be here. I think there's so many of all y'all. Oh wait, that's from her? Muchísimas gracias. Hold on, let me say that. Yeah, so we've had many fun nights with Gabrielle in this spot specifically. This is from her. And there's a lot of times like, we'll start with these big gatherings and we're playing music and we're talking, and then there's 3 or 4. And Gabrielle's usually one of those 3 or 4, like ride or die to the end. And usually we're drinking bubbly every most of the entire time. So, muchísimas gracias, chica. Muchísimas gracias. And let's see, let's get back to the music. So what do y'all want to hear? More cumbia, more reggae? Anything else? Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking, and I'm going to end up talking about revolution. So, it happens every time. Okay. Montanamela? Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma. Antes de morir yo quiero cantar mis besos de alma. Y Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera, y Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera. noche en Barranquilla yo me fui a barrio abajo, bailando la rueda de la cuña en la tumba de mi corazón. La noche me sedujo, una paradoja de tristeza, sudando melodías de Macena, poesía y gritando huepa, hey. But stand strong, strong, I say to all y'all. Stand strong, strong, I say. Solo tengo canciones que escribí y mis amantes que perdí, y amor, solo tengo mis penas e inspiración, mi saudade y mi pasión, y en el final todo muere. Cumbia para ti, para ti. En mis últimos momentos no me lamenté de nada, devorando el momento con el ritmo y sonido de mi contradicción. Rezando pa' mi madre, y yo no puedo hacer nada, sudando melodías de Macena, por así gritando huepa, hey. But stand strong, strong, I say. Stand strong, strong, I say. Stand strong, I say. Stand strong, I say. Y solo tengo canciones que escribí, y mis amantes que perdí, y amor, solo tengo mis penas e inspiración, mi saudade y mi pasión, en el final todo muere, y solo tengo canciones que escribí, y mis amantes que perdí, y amor, solo tengo mis penas e inspiración, mi saudade y mi pasión, y en el final todo muere. Saudade é melodia, saudade Sarria barro, saudade é melodia, rueda de cumbia, saudade, saudade. No ponte la casa, la pato, solamente tu mente, tu gente y tambor. Rueda de cumbia, la rumba, la bulla, costeña y la tía, parrana tan loca, la troja, Macena, chapeta y tambor. Tambor de BH, tambor de BH, tambor de BH, tambor de BH. Saudade, 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 saudade. Lupo de la raza, la casa, la pato, somente tu mente, tu gente y tambor. Rueda de cumbia, la rumba, la bulla, costeña y la tía, parranda tan loca, la troja, Macena, chapeta y tambor. Saudade, saudade, solo tengo mi saudade. Tambor de BH, 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 tambor de BH. Salud, salud, salud.
Yeah, that tune is really hard to play solo, because usually live, it's a champeta song, so it's all that kind of stuff. And then when it hits the 6/8 parts, and we hit into like this heavy 6/8 African beat, but on guitar, it just doesn't work. So it's more like a son jarocho at that point, or something, I don't even know. But muchísimas gracias, y'all. So how y'all feeling out there? How y'all doing? Like, let me get a little roll call. How's everyone doing? How's your heart? How's your mind? How's your head? How's your soul? How's your body? Like, how y'all feeling right now? All right, Christina's looking good, looking good. Yeah, honestly, Christina, I always appreciate your positivity. You always, whenever you show up, it's like, what's up? It's time to get down now. And you always roll deep with the crew, and everyone's just like down. Like, let's dance, let's have another drink, let's fucking kick it. Like, no, seriously, I love you, chica. Every time you show up, it's just like you ride with, and Elvira. So I said this before, last time I played this on my live stream. So I wrote that song about when my cousin, Elvira Fuentes right here, she took me and Jessica to Barrio Abajo in this carnival, in Barranquilla, pre-carnival, at the beginning of it. And it was just, yeah, it was such a powerful, impactful night that like, I went home confused and scared and overjoyed and full of saudade and joy and sadness. I'm like, I must write a song, because I can't process what's going on in my body right now. So, moving on. Crushed, scared, and remaining thankful. That's what's up, love. That's all we can really do right now, you know? And once again, I want to give a shout out to all y'all who are putting your bodies on the line out there and protesting in the streets. And I know we just mean from, you know, this military occupying force that will kill you with no regard, but also what's going on with COVID. Like, I know, like, yeah, I've been like really militant about sit in place and we all have to keep on it, but when there's people's lives at stake, like, the people are dying anyway. So sometimes, like, I have so much respect for all y'all putting like your bodies on the line on so many levels to go out there and speak for all of us. Like, it's humbling, it's beautiful, and it's also terrifying like everything else. So muchísimas gracias to all y'all. Shout out to, you know, my rebels out there. And Lord, a huge shout out to Lauren and Tim. Also, they've been, like, we spent so many times with them here specifically. And also just Arte en Tapas in general, like Lauren and Tim, y'all have always been there to support, like, our psychedelic vision for, like, hey, let's get, like, a bunch of food in a buffet, let's get 16 bands, and then a poet, and then a painter, and a gerbil, and a three-headed, like, dragon. So thank you all for always being down to, like, put up with our eccentric weirdness. So, and much love to you, Lauren. That's all I'll say. Here's a song that I wrote, I think I was like 19 or 18 when I wrote it. And I wrote it after I was hanging out on Haight Street with the Vagabond Poets and Fast Ed. There were some of like the Merry Pranksters, and just like, hey, this kid's fucking down, let's chill, woo. And then, yeah, and they took me to like all these spots, and I hung out with these homeless encampments, and there's this, you know, these old timers spitting knowledge, and yeah, and that's all I can say. But here, I wrote this song after hanging out with them. So this song's dedicated to the Vagabond Poet and Fast Ed. I don't even know if they're still around, but much love to them. Actually, during this time of COVID, to all the houseless people out there, they're not homeless, they're houseless, and just love to all y'all. This song's called The Answer. It was on the first The People record. Young girl, she was crying, and why it is she couldn't say. She was searching for that answer. Can't live any faster, 'cause every day we need to pray for a little peace of mind. Every day I gotta raise my fist and speak my mind. Every day, yes, I find inspiration despite the constant complication, misaggravation. I know it's slowly what I need inside now. I was searching for that answer. Can't live any faster, 'cause every day I need to pray for a little peace of mind. Every day I gotta raise my fist and speak my mind. You gotta speak your mind. I'm gonna speak my mind. You gotta speak your mind. I said, Lord, yes,
raging, yes, I'm living all day. I was searching for that answer. Can't live any faster, cause every day we need to pray for a little peace of mind. Every day I'm gonna raise my fist and speak my mind. Speak your mind. Speak my mind. I said speak your mind. I said Lord. I said Lord. I'm searching for that answer. We are searching for that answer. When you see me, don't you fear me. Just because I might make my home the streets, I'm just another person fighting and struggling. And every day I need to pray for a little peace of mind. Every day I gotta raise my fist and speak my mind. You better speak your mind. I'm gonna speak my mind. You gotta speak your mind. You gotta speak your mind. You gotta make your voice be heard. They don't wanna listen. They don't wanna listen. They don't wanna listen. Make them listen. I see it. I see it. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. You gotta speak your mind. Alright, y'all. Like I said, this is our last time in this beautiful place. Next week, I will be going live from Radio HABANA. I still have to work out all the logistics because now that there's this curfew that you can't be out from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. and I start my live stream at 8 p.m. so I'm gonna have to break some rules, as we all do. And yeah, I mean, if there's ever a time when we need music and we need communication, it's right now. And I'm not gonna let London Breed stop that. You know what I'm saying? So. Alright, so this is the second song I ever wrote, actually. It's called Lotus Hotel. And I originally wrote it, I remember I was a kid and I was in the back of the car and we were driving somewhere in the TL and there was this old, like, rundown, basically crack house, like, prostitute, like, place where chicas brought their johns called Lotus Hotel. And I remember, like, looking at it and just seeing everything that was going on. And at the time I was I was young, but I was obsessed with Buddhism and Hinduism. And now for lotus in some poetry and mythology represents Satori, that moment of temporary enlightenment where you're there and you're free from all your fear and all your suffering and you transcend and you have this, you become one with the collective consciousness. But the fact that it was a Lotus Hotel, it's a temporary, you check into Satori and then you check out. Something about that messed with my head when I was a kid. I was I don't know, 12 or something like that. And yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is, without getting too long-winded as I always do, is it made me think of either it's that physical place or whether it's that sexual pleasure, whether it was that drugs, that fix that they were getting, whether it was whatever it is that you can't get these temporary flashes that keep you motivated. You need something eternal. You need something sacred. And that's all I'm trying to say. I'm getting carried away, y'all. My perception is my dissension. I am illusion. I fade away cause damn I seen existence drifting by, breaks down this mind's resistance. And so I cry and I sing, I'm wasting my time. In the morning, you know I can see you here with me. I'm losing my mind. In the evening, I swim through a sea of endless dawn. Such resentment for the sweet contentment, stuck in detachment as I fade away. Damn, I see such beauty, it's pain. My thoughts just twist and crumble, but what's a lovely game, so I sing. I'm wasting my time. In the morning, you know I can see you here with me. I'm losing my mind. In the evening, I swim through a sea of endless dawn. Lord, I'm wasting my time. In the morning, oh, I'm losing my mind. In the evening, brujería en tu sonrisa. Brujería en tu sonrisa, brujería en tu sonrisa, brujería. Me queda con la sombra de tu sonrisa, ilusión en mi corazón. Toda la noche me queda con la sombra de tu sonrisa, solo para ti, solo para ti, solo para ti, mi corazón. Me queda con la sombra de tu sonrisa, tu risa fantasma de mi vida. Anda, te va, queda con la sombra de tu sonrisa, brujería en tu sonrisa, brujería en tu sonrisa, brujería en tu sonrisa, brujería en tu sonrisa. Me queda con la sombra de tu sonrisa, me queda con tu ausencia, queda con la sombra de tu sonrisa. I'm wasting my time. In the morning, you know I can see you here with me. Losing my mind. In the evening, I swim through a sea of endless dawn. I'm wasting my time. In the morning, you know I can see you here with me. Losing my mind. In the evening, when I'm at that Lotus Hotel. This is Rafa, live from the quarantine, San Francisco, the last time in this beautiful place. This is episode 10, 11? 11? Yeah, I'm not even sure. Like, when I first started, I'm like, hey, you know, I'll play music for a couple weeks, and then we'll get back to our tour, and we'll do that festival. But, como ya sabemos que, yeah, I didn't expect this to be going on for 10 weeks, so I want to give a huge thank you, muchísimas gracias, to all you who've consistently been here. Like, there's some of you I've seen this come through almost every week and spend, you know, just this, you know, hour or so with me, and I think it means the absolute world to me. It really, really does. So thank you all so much. And to all you who supported me, like, just, I can't, there's too many to thank. Like, honestly, just people who've gone on the Venmo and the PayPal, like, literally, like, it's, yeah. You know, there's one point when this first thing happened, and I lost all my work, and I lost all my gigs, and I was having panic attacks. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And like, the community just reached out, and they're just like, here, I was gonna go to that show anyway, here's this cash. Here, like, I was gonna go to that, and just,
I would not be able to pay rent and survive without all y'all support. So thank you so much. And also shout out to Cheese Plus for giving me something else to fill my time and to, pay some bills. Well, yeah, this is a request for Suganti. I know I try not to keep playing the same tunes, but if you request them, I'll do them. Oya, 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 ile, oya, opa moro que. Oya. Morena, morena, más bella del mundo, morena, morena, con tu piel oscura, morena, morena, sigue tu camino, no parece luchar porque el mundo es tuyo, morena, 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 en los caminos de la ciudad, de la bahía, luchando, trabajando, chicas sin parar, en la bahía, ten fuerza. Gotta keep moving. We're giving a living and loving to keep your passion burning. Entangled in oceans of yearning. Every day. Se desliza en las soplas en tu presencia. Yo te imaginando en la canción de tu figura. Cuando miraba tan salvaje sola. Siempre. El tiempo está cambiando. Pero no llore más. El camino mejorando y ten fuerza. Ay, mi gente, keep on rising like dawn and the sea. Morena, keep on fighting, my Lord. How that it's time we get free. Morena, morena, más bella del mundo, morena, morena, con tu piel oscura, morena, morena, sigue el camino, no parece luchar porque el mundo es tuyo, morena, morena, ¡uy! Morena, 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 de la ciudad, de la bahía, en tu momento se encontré mi libertad, en la bahía, sonríe. Gotta keep moving, we're giving a living and loving to keep your passion burning, entangled in oceans of yearning, every day. Escondido en los ecos en tu silencio, yo estoy perdido en tus ojos infinitos, la noche inmensa que baila en tu cuerpo, siempre. El tiempo está cambiando y no llore más. El camino está mejorando y ten fuerza. Mi gente, keep on rising like dawn in the sea. Morena, keep on fighting, my Lord. Now that it's time we get free. Morena, morena. Morena, morena, ay mi morenita, morena, morena, que viven las mujeres si se puede, morena, morena, en la bahía, morena, morena, matere fun, ochun, morena, morena, la bahía, morena, morena.
Pachamama, Pachamama, Yamaya. Morena, morena, oye, 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 y leo.
Yeah, well, I just broke a string, so I think that's a sign that this is the end of this show. So once again, muchísimas gracias to all y'all, and once again to excuse me, to all of you who shared this beautiful space. I know it's not much to look at, but I want to give you just a quick little gander. Yeah, so this is the stage that we've set up, and you'll see everything else is completely empty now. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
There you go. That's the last bit of the stuff we got to move out. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't look like much, y'all, but yeah, this is look, like there's nothing else left. Like it's totally empty except for this little frame right here. That's all we got. Yeah, so once again, actually, but there's one more thing I want to do, y'all. Like I wrote this post the other day about our current situation. And I want to just read it to you just verbatim. Just when I saw the first footage of the police station in Minneapolis going up in flames, and everything's happening all over the country. So here's what I gotta say. So we've reached a tipping point. The U.S. government has failed us. It's failed us in its response to COVID, leading to over 100,000 deaths and rising. It failed us by dumping trillions into billionaires' pockets while people starve and are evicted. They failed us by propping up and protecting murderous, militarized, occupying army called the police that can shoot, lynch, and choke and execute us in broad daylight with impunity. They failed us by erecting concentration camps where innocent families and children are brutalized, sexually assaulted, and left to suffer and die from curable diseases. They failed us by allowing heavily armed white supremacists, fascists, to protest all over the country with impunity. They failed us by jailing and targeting journalists, by assaulting peaceful protesters and brutalizing all pro-black movements of protesters with chemical weapons, riot gear, and indiscriminate brutality. This nation was founded and maintained on genocide and slavery. And they wonder why people want to burn it all down. No justice, no peace. We need a revolution at every level in this society. There's no turning back. We can never go back to how it was. We either get full justice, equality, respect, and dignity, or we tear it all down. Rest in peace, George Floyd. One love, y'all. So, yeah, that's it for me tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all who's been here. And I was going to read some more comments and everything, but yeah, I think that's what we're going to go out on, y'all. So, muchísimas gracias from me and Jessica. And this is the last time we're in this beautiful place, in this beautiful space, with this not so beautiful face. Muchísimas gracias, y'all. And yeah, next week, catch me at Radio HABANA. I'm going to be doing my live stream, filming it there at Radio HABANA. Don't actually go there because we should be doing that. But yeah, I will see y'all next Sunday, 8 o'clock, Radio HABANA. One love, muchísimas gracias. Keep fighting the power, staying strong. Si se puede, si se puede. One love, y'all.